Hey folks, I hope everybody's having a great day. Alex here from 9 to 5 to Freedom. So glad you can join me on today's video. This is week 27 of our high yield dividend report. I know the year's flying by, folks. I can't believe we're already in week 27 of this year, and since I started this journey with the dividends. But let's get into it. Let's talk about what we got this morning. Let's talk about how these funds have recovered, what's going on with the portfolio, a little update on what's in the market. So excited to get into all of that and maybe a little bit more. So let's go. Okay, so market today is a little bit mixed. As you can see here, we're slightly down on S&P 500. Just refresh here. And yeah, so I think one of the drivers is Bitcoin this morning. I think we are at, yeah, we're over a 1% up today on Bitcoin. So that's going to help some of our ETFs that are heavy into Bitcoin. Before we get into that, huge shout out to all my new subscribers. We're at 1,100. This is phenomenal. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate all of the engagement, the comments. I hope I can answer everybody's question. I've been doing my best, so thank you for all that. Let's talk about the portfolio. For those who are new folks, I started this journey back in January of this year. Started out with $12,000. In March, I deposited another $170,000. So roughly in March, I had about a $186,000 account. Now, I withdrew a lot of money from this account over the last few months to pay down some of my debts. This is what I'm doing. I'm building a machine that I'm able to take the dividends and able to pay down my credit cards, my car debt, everything that I have, all the personal liabilities that I'm trying to get rid of. So this machine is able to assist me with that as I'm working my 9 to 5 job. So once we are out of debt, then we can start to build this account into a much larger machine and be able to tackle next things like mortgages or start paying off my rentals, whatever we decide to do. So that's really the experiment, and I've been tracking it on a weekly basis. So this is week 27. And let's see where the account stands. So today we're up almost 1% on our portfolio. We're up today $1,500. Okay. So this is very nice to see. And another thing that's cool is we're actually in the green for the year. Look at this. We're 0.5% up. Now, the largest position that I have currently is in MSTY. This is a monthly payer from YieldMax on MSTR. They do options on MSTR, which is MicroStrategy, which holds like billions of dollars of Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin's been on the rise, so everything's all correlated. But look at this. We're up today 1.5%. Phenomenal. So let's take a look at the next ones. QDT, XDT. Now, I did just show you that the S&P 500 is down, so this is why we're seeing the slight downturn on QDT and XDT. QDT is on the QQQ, which is 100 companies within the S&P 500, mostly tech. And let's see, Alti. So this is a new one for this week. If you guys see my previous videos, I bought 6,000 shares. Now, I hated on Alti for a long time because it looked like a ski slope. And I thought anybody who was trying to sell me to buy Alti, they didn't understand math. But one thing I learned in the last few weeks is what happened back in April. They switched the way that they're writing their call options. They started to pay weekly, and they stopped overpaying. So it's been slowly climbing up, which is, I think, might be, and this is not financial advice, an opportunity to enter. So I did, and I threw a bunch of money at it. And yeah, we got the dividend this morning, and we're up $90 today as well. So that's very nice to see. BTCI, again, this one's from Neos. This is on Bitcoin. This is going through the roof. It's already 10.5% up since I bought it. Very nice. I'm loving BTCI. Okay, this is a great way to get exposure to Bitcoin and receive the dividends in the process. PLTY is on Palantir. This one's up 5.5%. Very nice to see. Tesla has been very rocky with Elon Musk, all the drama, all the politics. So This one is down. NVIDIA is going through the roof. We're up 13%, folks. Very nice to see that. So pretty cool. SMCY, we're still recovering. Today's another red day, so this one's one of my losers. And TSMY, today we got a dividend from TSMY and Tesla, by the way. And this one is down as well. It hasn't recovered its dividend. Let's talk about the balances below here. So this is what I hold on margin. I have $106,000 on margin and $163,269 of my own money invested into dividends. So if you add these two numbers together, okay, if you want to know how much money is generating my dividends, so you add the two things together, and right now this account is worth $269,000 in the market. So all the dividends I'm getting are off of this amount. Now the true value of what the piece that I own obviously is the cash portion, which is $163,000. So it's important to understand that, and important to understand how to properly use margin. We don't want to over leverage, but we also want to capitalize on it. Okay, so that's what we got in the portfolio so far. Very nice day. Hopefully this weekend holds up and we do great starting out next week. There's been a lot of talks on tariffs. If we go back here again, we're talking about new tariffs and stuff. I think the markets, it's almost like it doesn't care anymore. It's like whatever the president says anymore, it's just like, whatever. Like, we're just going to do whatever we want. So that's kind of what's been going on. Let's talk about the dividends, folks. So this is my dividend tracker. For those who hate spreadsheets, I'm sorry, but it's a nice way to stay organized and I don't go crazy. Okay, so this week is week 27. XDT, we got $262, which is more than we got last week, which is amazing. QDT, we got $369, more than we got last week. Amazing. Alti, I just bought this one on Wednesday. I bought 6,000 shares. I got $576. Now look, Alti completely recovered. And we're up $172. If I go and I sell this position, if I sell my 6,000 shares, that means what I've made on it is $172 plus the $576 that I got in dividends today. So that would be the total ROI. So not bad for a couple of days worth of work, right? TSOY, this is on Tesla. We got a $580 dividend. Very nice. TSMY, $159 dividend. Okay, we tally this up. We're just a hair under $2,000 for this week. Now, that's not no chump change. For a lot of people, this is more than they make in a month. So it's bananas. Like the amount of money we're making off of these dividends. Now, we want to make sure they recover. We want to make sure it makes sense. Let's just take a look at what the average has been for the past 6 years. I like 6 weeks. I'm sorry, not years. I like to take a look at that. So we're averaging, and you don't see it because my head's in the way, but we're averaging $2,985 in the past 6 weeks. So if we extrapolate that, 2,985 times 52, that brings us up to $155,000. That will be the estimated annual income from these dividends. Now, I've changed some funds around. I've sold some stuff, bought some stuff, so we're tracking that as well. But this is what we got, folks. This is the portfolio. So again, if you haven't seen my other videos, what I do with this, okay? I set up a certain amount of money, and for me, I'm floating around $160,000. So what I'm doing is, okay, if I'm up over $160,000, I take that money, and basically you just do a transfer. You go up here, you do transfer, and then you're able to move that money into, let's say, your cash account, or you want to move it to the bank, and then you can pay off your debt. Now, I've moved all my stuff over to Fidelity. All my bills are all tied to Fidelity. My credit cards with Fidelity. My income from my 9 to 5 comes into Fidelity. So everything's all in one place. So really what I'm doing is, if I have anything over $160,000, I'm taking that profit and I'm throwing that at my debt. Now, there'll be some days where I'll be under $160,000, so I'll just be patient and I'll wait for that to bounce back up. So that's how we're going to do it in the meantime. Now, once my debt is paid off, then I'll have the decision, do I want to start paying off my house or do I want to start to snowball my position? So that's going to be an exciting time. But this is pretty much all I wanted to go over in today's video, week 27. So glad you guys are watching this stuff. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and we'll see you on the next video, folks. Take care.